Wake up, mofo. It's time for cardio, goddammit. I know you guys aren't doing it. So, no lifting video today. Or was it yesterday? Whatever. Fucking had to drive from Ohio to Hilton Head. So, no time for a lift, unfortunately. You know, it's not going to kill you to miss a day, but I'd rather not. So that's why, I don't do like intentional rest days. At least I only do them rarely. So, you know, if I had a scheduled rest day on Monday or Friday maybe? I don't remember. Well, then I'd have 2 days off. That'd be fucked up. So, you know, for me it's like if I'm busy with school or something, or like there's like a family trip or whatever, boom, that's a rest day, right? It's like, I just don't think they're that necessary. You know, I haven't done rest days, at least not like on a weekly basis for, you know, the entire time that I've been lifting. But maybe that's just me. You know, if you're legit fucked up sore after a lift, and like the next day you're still fucked or whatever, or like if it's chest day and your chest is still sore from the last workout, then that's a valid reason to maybe skip it. But, you know, for me, after a few days with normal rest plus some food, you know, no muscle is sore after, you know, 2 or 3 days. So I was hoping I'd be able to go to this gym. So I've come here before, and I went to this gym. It's called Powerhouse, and it was fucking badass. I loved it. This is in the early days of lifting, maybe like year 1 or 1.5, something. So I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, new old gym, nostalgic. They're fucking closed. I don't know what the fuck happened. So instead of a cool hardcore gym, I'm gonna be lifting at a Planet Fitness, I think, for most of these, which it's kind of a bummer. I was getting a little bit excited. But like I was saying, cardio every fucking day, dieting or bulking, right? Because you're gonna get benefits from both. Obviously, when you're dieting, you want to burn more calories in the day by doing cardio, and then you're gonna burn more fat. You know, assuming that you actually maintain your calorie deficit, right? And you don't overeat or have a fuck ton of cheat days or whatever. And then when you're bulking, right, you're gonna put on less body fat, right? Because you're gonna keep your metabolism up. You're just going to be a more well-oiled machine, so to speak. And then when you're actually training, you're not going to get so winded, right? Because you're actually going to have a fucking strong cardiovascular system. The last thing that I would want to do is have to go into a lift and take like 5 minutes in between an intense set, because I've got to go. You know, it's fucked up. The whole point of the lift isn't to get gassed and completely exhausted. It's just to thrash, you know, one specific muscle group. So my cardio of choice has always been the seated bike, right? So you just sit down, pedals are in front of you. I pretty much go by, like in terms of the, what's the fucking word? Like the difficulty level. I set it, I don't know, I think at like maybe 11. On like the Lifetime Fitness machines, but it doesn't matter, right? The whole goal of the cardio is just to get your heart rate elevated enough where, you know, you pretty much break a sweat after 15 minutes. That's kind of how I've always done it. So that ends up being such that the machine will say that in 30 minutes I've burned 300 calories. Whether or not that's right, who cares? But like basic rule is just get a decent sweat going in about 30 minutes, right? I don't know if I see a crazy benefit of doing like high intensity cardio or straight up like sprints, like shit like that. You know, it's like you put your hands on the fucking little heart rate reader, have it read, you know, it'll have a little chart on the machine, at least it should, and that'll kind of tell you like what range is like intense, moderate, low intensity. I think mine, when I do cardio, I usually get my heart rate up to maybe 140, 130, something like that. But, you know, like I was saying, a good kind of rule is if you get sweaty after like 15 minutes or so, that's probably about right. At least that, for me, you know, it depends on how warm or cold the gym is. But if you're not doing your cardio, I don't understand. You're just missing out. You're definitely fucking missing out. So I'll probably add some other shit in this video because I'm not going to record my whole 30 minutes of cardio. But that's where we're headed. So let's fucking get in there. There we go. So clearly got a sweat going. Perfect. And again, I mean, people overplay the difficulty of cardio, right? I didn't sit there on the bike the whole time thinking, I'm dying. No, it's fucking, you know, you get your heart rate up a little. Like, sure, you're gonna be breathing a little bit heavier. You know, it's not like completely zero effort. But what, I was just fucking scrolling on TikTok the whole time. It was like 10 minutes of TikTok, like a 5 minutes Tom Platz edit, and then 10 minutes of Clash Royale, and then 5 minutes of TikTok again, and boom, 30 minutes over. You know, and I'm telling you, the benefits are not marginal. Oh, so this will be a good example of what zero pump looks like. So maybe compare this to the chest days or whatever. Oh no, you're good. I'm the one taking up all the space. So yeah, been fucking 30 minutes done. Let's get out of here, goddammit. So let's recap. Was it that hard? Was it really that hard to do cardio? No. I can't fucking see, the car's so steamy. But yeah, no, it wasn't fucking hard at all. I mean, obviously I had to get up and go to the gym and do something. I think that's the primary factor that's making people skip cardio, for being real. Oh, I gotta go do it? Don't wanna. Come on, what are you doing? So I did bring a shake post-cardio, not a dextrose shake, just it's protein. Get some protein in, goddammit. I've heard a variety of hate on protein powder. I've seen a bunch of weird-ass videos. You've seen it, where somebody's like, you don't digest protein? It takes 3 years to digest? But yeah, so there's fucking weird shit. It's so strange that people have these misconceptions about fucking food like that. You know? Like, it's not magic. You just fucking eat as many calories as necessary, and then, fuck, man, you'll burn, or you won't burn fat, right? So if you're trying to lose weight, clearly you're going to want to fucking drop the calories to below your maintenance, which you can just fucking look up online, your maintenance calories. And then if you want to gain weight, you got to eat a certain amount of calories that's above that number, right? So for me, after this bulk is done, probably in maybe 3 or 4 weeks or so, I'm going to drop down from, you know, the 5,000 or 6,000 calories I've been doing to like 2,500. And then as long as I stick to that for like a month, plus the cardio, I should see some fucking pretty gnarly results in terms of fat burning. But in terms of food, like I was trying to get into a second ago, you kind of start to look at food a bit differently if you become like a legit full-fledged lifter. Like if you're counting your macros and shit, and you actually get into a habit of doing it, and you track it on your phone on like a MyFitnessPal or, you know, some shit like that, you're just not going to be able to look at food the same, right? Because now when I look at a Wendy's spicy chicken, obviously I'm like, okay, this is going to be a tasty treat. I'm hungry. But, you know, I'm also just seeing about 50 grams of carbs, 20 grams of protein, and 15 grams of fats. You know, because that's all it is, right? There's nothing special about the fact that it's like a sandwich versus like, you know, a bag of Skittles, 15 grams of butter, and like 20 grams of protein worth of like beef, right? You got to think it's just about the macros. So as a lifter, I'd say you're probably going to want to eat like 1.5 grams per pound of body weight of protein. That'll be about right. So if you're 100-pound, well, no, none of you are 100 pounds. If you're 150 pounds, I'd aim for about what's the math on that? 200 to like 225 grams of protein. It's about right. Probably 200. And then, you know, for me, I've been doing like 300. Beyond 300, I don't know if you're going to get much benefit, right? Like the more protein you eat isn't really going to correlate to the more weight you're going to put on. That's mainly going to come from, you know, your fucking carbs and fats, right? So when I diet, I might drop the protein a little bit, maybe to 250 or something. But the only things that are really going to drop are the carbs and the fats. You know, because right now I'm doing like, what, 700 or 800 grams of carbs a day on like kind of the low end. I should be eating more. And maybe like 200 grams of fat-ish. Well, that's what I should be doing. I've been fucking slacking off like an asshole. But I'm gonna get back on track now that school's over. Now I'm telling you, 260, keep an eye out. It's gonna happen. So, yeah, fuck, this is just a quick one. A little bit of rambling. Yeah, shit. Not the best video, but I'll give you a little something to tide you over until back day tomorrow. So, hopefully, this gives you a little bit of motivation to do some cardio. So, I will see you next time.